All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
3rd and short yardage, Mariota. Forced out to his left, and that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Watch twins.
On 52.
57.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
80 weapon.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Scott. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 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 check.
Fifty-six.
Check, Mike, 39. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Chance.
Alert!
Some. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Now Allen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. On first down, it's Scott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you.
Here's Allen to throw it. Open man here is Scott, complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Bang, 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 bang.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, it's Scott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. DeLance Turner, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 37.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end. Alert, alert, alert. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Now Scott. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check. Alert!
On first down, Scott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Mike 57. You gonna get this, boy? You pass 85, pass 85. You think you gonna get this?
On second down now, it's Scott. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Turner. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
No. Hey, home.
On 3rd down, Scott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will make our score 9-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they wanted to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He'll field this at the 5.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now, it's Scott. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run with Scott, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Rabbit. Big air. Half. Middle.
And now they'll throw with Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Out, middle. Check, 22 jet bomber.
From the gun, it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Alert!
Throwing again. Allen. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Round 80.
Twist. That's mine.
Hey, check Mike 39. Hey, we have you on
Alert. Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Single.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, Mariota, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Well, this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Alert 3.
One. 3.
To throw, Mariota. Man open, it's Goodwin. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
To Marquise Goodwin. A 28-yard gain. First down, Tennessee.
Mike 49. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 49 is the Mike. Watch 49. I got it.
Mariota on first down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Bandit. Slam.
3. 1.
To the air again. Mariota. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 31, Allen got an open man. It's Scott. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Hey, 180! Check right 54. Mike, alert!
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you.
Go team, spill! 6 guy! Check 6 guy!
Right back to him on first down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Under 10! Under 10!
On second down, it's Turner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
And 5.
50!
57 to Mike.
Pass.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. 57. Mike.
Allen operating from the gun. He will find Davis. That's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on first down. Scott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Watch quick.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. The throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Right there. Right there. 54 miles.
Middle.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Check that.
On first down, it's Scott. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Boston Scott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The 46-yard line.
54. 319. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curve. Stop.
They'll run on first down. It's Turner. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Coming in. Regular. Pilot, 64. We go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Alert.
On third down, Turner. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Alert.
Come on, QB.
On first down, it's Turner. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll try the left side. It's Turner, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Check my 80.
Check Mike 39. Watch the curl.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, here we go. Shift,
Now a give, right side. Turner. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Make these babies cry all the way back home. Switch it.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Throwing, Mariota. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch QB drop.
They'll run on first down. Turner. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Titans take over first and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Matt Milano picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mariota steps away to his left. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota, eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. They're running it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, it's Turner, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12.
We got this.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Buffalo, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.